Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. So, I want you to imagine that you're at a grocery store and you see a 3-year-old who is in the middle of a full-blown tantrum. Red in the face, sweating, tears and snot streaming down to their chin, screaming and just gasping for breath in between those screams. Can you imagine this? And who knows why this 3-year-old's having a tantrum? Maybe they were told by their parent that they couldn't have the candy bar they wanted. Maybe it had just been a really long day and going on one more errand was too much to ask. But there they are. How is this parent feeling right now? Can you imagine the stress, the frustration, the embarrassment this parent might be feeling? Maybe you can, because maybe you have been that parent. And now imagine, what is that parent thinking? Oh my gosh, why did I go out to get just that last gallon of milk? I should have left you at home. Just stop, please stop. I can't even take you out. What am I supposed to do? Now imagine how that parent might feel if they had somebody standing at their side, someone supporting them through each step of how they were interacting with their child. Imagine for a minute that they didn't have to react alone, that their emotions were not going to take over in that moment, that they had somebody saying, "You're doing a really great job right now. Parenting is hard, and you are helping your child learn how to handle these difficult emotions." Being a parent of young children is really hard. We have sayings like the terrible twos, and more recently, three-nagers, for a reason. And for some children, these challenging behaviors like aggression and defiance and hyperactivity happen more frequently, making it even harder for their parents to feel like they know what they're doing. So the therapy I'm going to talk about today is focused on helping parents in those exact "what am I supposed to be doing now" moments. Parent-child interaction therapy, or PCIT for short, is an evidence-based treatment with more than 40 years showing that it's effective for helping parents and their young children with moderate to very severe acting out behaviors. And the thing that makes PCIT unique from other types of therapy is that the parent actually spends the majority of the time with their own child in one treatment room, like you see in that upper corner, and the therapist is behind a two-way mirror, coaching them moment by moment on how to interact with their kid, how to respond to those difficult times, or the things that are going really well. And so in our PCIT clinic, we have helped parents while their child has jumped off of the table, thrown blocks around the room, and screamed and swore at them. In PCIT, there are 2 phases of treatment. In the relationship enhancement phase, we teach parents the types of skills that child therapists use to build strong relationships and really foster the good things you want to see in children. And these include the PRIDE skills. So PRIDE stands for praising children for specific things that they're doing well that you want to see more of, reflecting what they say so the child feels heard, imitating their play so that they learn to share and get along with others, describing their positive behaviors to help keep them focused on what they're doing, and enjoying your time together. Along with the PRIDE skills, we teach parents how to use all of that positive attention to promote the behaviors they want to see and ignore those misbehaviors that are just for attention seeking, like whining and sassing. And then in the second phase of treatment, we work with parents on how to set developmentally appropriate limits and do follow through so the child always knows what the consequences are going to be. And over time, we move these skills out of the treatment room and into real-world settings. So yes, we go to grocery stores with parents and we stand with them when they tell their child that they're not going to get the candy bar they want. And we have parents be prepared for that moment because they have set expectations for their child before they're going into the grocery store about exactly what's going to happen. They are giving them praises the whole way through about the things they're doing well, like talking in a calm voice and staying close to them. And if they have to set a limit, we help them ignore the attention-seeking behaviors, stay consistent, and move along. So those of us who provide PCIT see the magic that occurs with our children and our families. We see parents that come in really stressed and overwhelmed, and children who are very angry and aggressive and tense all the time. And we see that tension melt away, and parents go from feeling frustrated to smiling at their kids, playing together, and spending the whole session sharing and getting along. And when something works that well, you really want everybody to be able to have it. And so right now, I've done a few things. The first is that we have opened up a PCIT clinic at UCSB so that our graduate students can be trained in this model and continue to provide it wherever they go when they graduate from our program. And we're able to serve families on a sliding fee scale. And my research focuses on what needs to happen to get evidence-based treatments like PCIT out of university settings and into the community, into agencies like CALM, which is right here in Santa Barbara and all throughout the county, and they also provide PCIT. And we are partnering right now with them and the Santa Barbara Promotora Network to make sure that Latina immigrant families can also get these types of treatments. Because at the UCSB PCIT clinic, we know that parenting is hard, but we don't think parents need to do it alone. We think every parent should be able to parent with pride.